Target in sight. Where in hell is Major Kong?
Hey, what about Major Kong?
The United States is prepared, unless testing is resumed by the Soviet Union, to withhold further testing on its part of atomic and hydrogen weapons for a period of 1 year from the beginning of the negotiations.
Sir, let me tip your hat back so we could get a good view of you as I ask a very personal question. How old are you?
My next birthday, I'll be 65. Sorry to say.
That makes you the oldest and yet really the youngest from what we've observed here, inhabitant of our trench so close to ground zero. Arthur, there's a charming lady right behind you. Would you mind if we talk with her, too? I'd like to get a little feminine reaction here, too. Now, this is Helen Lanninger from New York City. Helen?
Approximately half a minute.
After the United States detonated the first atomic bomb in the New Mexico desert, nuclear technology began to spread. And other countries began to acquire their own nuclear bombs.
В экспансионистских кругах Соединенных Штатов Америки распространилась новая религия – вера в секрет атомной бомбы, хотя этого секрета давно уже не существует.
Great credit is due for this mighty British achievement, for it seems that by the possession of such deadly weapons, peace can be maintained in this troubled world.
At Regan, deep in the Sahara, France goes forward with the detonation of her first atomic bomb. The explosion carries France a step further towards General de Gaulle's dream of national glory restored.
This is a gigantic success of Mao Zedong's thought. Our nation's first nuclear test surpasses the levels of the first nuclear tests of the United States, Britain, and France. Their criminal attempts to block and prevent our nation's people from grasping nuclear weapons have been thoroughly smashed.
Pakistan, which has often been at war with India, hinted it now might have to join the once select nuclear community in self-defense. Warned membership of the nuclear club will not stop at 6.
One Prime Minister of Pakistan said that Pakistan would build a nuclear weapon even if it meant that the people had to eat grass.
We will make the bomb even if we have to eat grass.
In Karachi, they poured into the streets, holding a symbol of the power they're celebrating, the bomb has become a huge source of national pride.
Total jubilation in the streets of Pakistan. The first time we've achieved something which places us in the ranks of very, very few countries of the world. We were proud of our scientists, we were proud of our capabilities, we were proud of our strength. People thought that now let India do anything to Pakistan. Let's see what they do.
I had North Korean officials say to me, the lesson they took away from the toppling of Saddam Hussein was that Saddam was ousted because he didn't have a bomb. They were not going to let the same thing happen to Kim Jong-il. Therefore, they needed to have a bomb. North Korea is scared of disappearing into what the communists used to call the dustbin of history, like all their other communist friends. And they see nukes as the one thing that makes them a country that is taken seriously by the United States and the other big players in the neighborhood.
This is a very reassuring and hopeful moment in the relations among nations. We have come here today to the East Room of the White House to sign a treaty which limits the spread of nuclear weapons. More than 55 nations are here in Washington this morning to commit their governments to this treaty. Their representatives are also signing today in Moscow and London. We hope and expect that virtually all the nations will move in the weeks and months ahead to accept this treaty, which was commended to the world by the overwhelming majority of the members of the United Nations General Assembly. The treaty's purposes are very simple: to commit the nations of the world which do not now have nuclear weapons not to produce or receive them in the future, to assure equally that such nations have the full peaceful benefits of the atom, and to commit the nuclear powers to move forward toward effective measures of armed control and disarmament. It was just a year ago this month that Chairman Kosygin and I agreed at Glassboro that we would work intensively in the time ahead to try to achieve this result. After nearly a quarter of a century of danger and fear, reason and sanity have prevailed to reduce the danger and to greatly lessen the fear. Thus, all mankind is reassured. And as the moment is reassuring, so it is even more hopeful and heartening. For this treaty is evidence that amid the tensions and the strife and the struggle and the sorrow of these years, men of many nations have not lost the way or have not lost the will toward peace.
Captain, I got 100 barrels down there rigged to blow in this.
Oh my God.
Looks like some kind of detonator.
Why would they give us the detonator to our own bomb?
Tonight you're all gonna be a part of a social experiment. I want to blow you all sky high.
Liberty, come in, over. It's dead.
Anyone attempts to get off their boat, you all die. Each of you has a remote. Blow up the other boat. At midnight, I blow you all up. If, however, one of you presses the button, I'll let that boat live. So, who's it gonna be? Harvey Dent's most wanted scumbag collection, or the sweet and innocent civilians? You choose. Oh, and you might want to decide quickly, because the people on the other boat may not be quite so noble.
I've worked with Republican Senator Dick Lugar to pass a law accelerating our pursuit of loose nuclear materials. And that's why I'll lead a global effort to secure all loose nuclear materials during my first term in office. But we need to do much more. We need to change our nuclear policy and our posture, which is still focused on deterring the Soviet Union, a country that no longer exists. Meanwhile, India and Pakistan and North Korea have joined the club of nuclear-armed nations, and Iran is knocking on the door. The more nuclear weapons and more nuclear-armed nations mean danger to all of us. Here's what I'll say as president. America seeks a world in which there are no nuclear weapons.
We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when, but I know we'll meet again some sunny day. Keep smiling through, just like you always do, till the blue skies drive the dark clouds far away. So will you please say hello to the folks that I know? Tell them I won't be long. They'll be happy to know that as you saw me go,